Sagittarius, take a deep breath and listen with your heart. What you are about to hear is not just a prediction. It is a reflection of your soul in motion. That restless feeling without a name is not random. It is the call of a new journey, the voice of freedom rising from within you. This month, or rather this phase of your life, is not just another chapter in an old story. It is the first page of a spiritual millennium where you no longer run from change but step into it with eyes filled with trust. Because you have already heard the voice of your soul's map, you can feel the wind behind you, gentle but certain. And if you are quiet enough, you will notice that the universe is opening the way ahead. What is coming is more than an opportunity, a job, or a new connection. It is the rebirth of faith. You no longer see life as a race to prove yourself, but as a journey of returning home to who you truly are. The discomfort you feel is the threshold. Every time you feel stuck, your soul is saying, take the next step. Do not fight that wind, Sagittarius. You were born to move, to expand, to explore, and to learn. Your spirit is reclaiming that right now. Write this as a promise to yourself in the comments. I am ready to receive all the good things I deserve. When you speak it with belief, the doors will open. The cards reveal that you are leaving behind a false stillness, not because you are weak, but because you have outgrown the place that once held you. You are shedding an old skin. Everything you release, every person, habit, or fear, becomes a butterfly leaving its cocoon. The universe is not taking from you. It is creating space so something better can arrive. When the winds of change begin to blow, remember that it is not destruction. It is destiny inviting you forward. You will start clearing things out, not only your home, but your memories. You will throw away what no longer carries meaning and gently detach from what drains your energy. This is not a random impulse. It is sacred work. Your soul is rearranging its space to make room for abundance. A new place is waiting for you. It may not be a city or a house. It could be an energy, a community, a job, or a path of learning. When you arrive, you will know. The air feels different, the light looks different, and your heart says, "This is where I belong." It is a place where you do not have to try to be loved, where you do not have to argue to be heard, where you do not have to run to keep up. Here, you are loved exactly as you are. Someone is also walking toward you, a soul companion, not to complete you, but to grow alongside you. It could be a teacher, a partner, a colleague, or a friend who helps you remember your worth. You will feel it right away, that quiet sense of familiarity, as if you have met before. It is not loud or dramatic, but it is deep enough to remind you of something eternal. You will realize that part of healing is allowing someone to love you even while you are still becoming. A specific sign will arrive, an email, a call, a meeting that seems ordinary but is perfectly timed. When it comes, do not doubt it. It is confirmation that none of your waiting or challenges were meaningless. What was once delayed will now move easily. The people who left have created space for what truly belongs. You will see that life was never punishing you. It was preparing you to hold what is now coming your way. You are no longer in survival mode, Sagittarius. You are entering the energy of prosperity. You will feel the current shift. Everything begins to move naturally, without force. Creativity returns. Sleep deepens. Your body relaxes. You realize that happiness is not about perfection. It is about being in rhythm with yourself. This peace changes everything about you. Your eyes soften, your breath grows longer, and small things make you smile again. You start rearranging your space, rewriting your plans, changing your surroundings, not because you are bored, but because you are ready for the expanded version of yourself. When you look back, you understand that everything was perfect in its own way. Every loss, every delay, every pause was a preparation. You no longer blame anyone. You no longer blame yourself. You simply feel grateful. Without those winding paths, you would not be here in this moment, free, calm, and fully alive. If this message touches your heart, write below, "I am ready to expand my soul and receive the miracles that are coming." Trust that the universe will hear you. Every step you take now is a quiet affirmation that you are still moving toward the light. Not every journey is easy, but for you, born under the sign of truth and freedom, every step holds meaning. Sometimes you will find yourself standing between two worlds, the old not yet gone, the new not yet here. That feeling is not wrong. It is the sacred pause where your heart learns to say goodbye without fear. Do not try to hold everything together, Sagittarius. Let the wind carry away what has finished its mission. That brief sadness is the bridge to the freedom you once prayed for. While you are letting go, a signal will arrive. An email, a call, or a simple phrase from someone will touch a bright spot inside your heart. That is the universe whispering, "You are on the right path." It might be a collaboration, a returning opportunity, or a person finally saying what you needed to hear. And when it happens, your heart will not panic. It will simply smile and know, finally, everything fits. A new wave of expansion begins here. New people will enter your life, not to fill the emptiness, but to reflect your light. They will listen, understand, and encourage you without demand. They might be a companion, a mentor, or a soul walking beside you. This connection will not be loud, but it will stay with you like the wind through a valley, soft but unforgettable. Do not rush to label it. Let it flow like a river returning to the sea, because this connection will become the catalyst for your next growth. When it comes to love, this is the season when the walls begin to tremble. If you are in a relationship, changes will test you, not to break you, but to reveal what is real. True love will endure. False love will fade. And if you are single, keep your heart open. This new energy brings kindred souls, people who make you feel peaceful rather than excited. You are leaving behind the phase of impulsive passion. You no longer chase lightning. Now you are looking for the sun, the kind of warmth that lasts, that allows you to shine without having to hide. The fire within you is returning. Not the fire that burns everything down, but the torch that lights the way forward. You are beginning to feel excitement again about your own life. You want to learn, to create, to go somewhere new. You are no longer afraid of making mistakes or losing what you have, because this time you understand that every mistake is a piece of wisdom. And the question in your heart is no longer, "What should I do?" It has become, "What do I want to create that brings light to the world?" Your intuition is expanding. Dreams become clearer. Your instincts become sharper. You will notice repeating numbers or songs that play at just the right moment. That is how the universe says, "I am still here." On a practical level, this phase marks the start of a new foundation. A place that may seem small or modest, but carries the energy of prosperity. Ideas will grow there. Opportunities will come easily. You will accomplish more with less effort because you are no longer chasing out of fear of lack. You are attracting from confidence and gratitude. And remember this clearly. You are not starting over from zero. You are starting again from experience, from the strength that only those who have fallen truly understand. The hard lessons taught you how to see the difference between noise and essence. Now you will feel the energy around you begin to change. People who once exhausted you will quietly fade. Conversations that used to feel forced will dissolve on their own. There is no need for conflict, only silence, and the universe will handle the rest. If a relationship leaves your life, do not chase it. It is not meaningless. It has simply fulfilled its purpose in your journey. Your vibration is rising, and not everyone can travel at that height. Be grateful, because their departure is making space for the right person to arrive. When you settle into your new home, whether it is a physical space or a state of being, you will realize how much you have changed. The way you look at yourself, the way you speak, the way you smile, all of it reflects a version of you that has been reborn. This peace is not emptiness. It is the breath that comes after the storm. It is the silence from which the universe creates new miracles. Use this quiet time to listen to your heart. Walk slowly. Write down what you are grateful for. Paint, cook, or simply watch the sunset without needing to do anything more. In those simple moments, you will hear the real voice of your soul. Things that once felt difficult will become easier. People who once turned away may now return. Life begins to move in your favor, not by luck, but because you are flowing with the current instead of against it. Synchronicity will show up more often, as proof that you are part of a larger plan. Spiritually, a new gate is opening. You will feel closer to your true purpose. Your prayers, dreams, and intentions will begin to take form quickly. Be mindful of your thoughts, because this month they are the seeds that shape reality. Do not plant fear, plant faith, gratitude, and action. At the end of this journey, you will realize something profound. You do not need approval to feel worthy. You do not need success to feel enough. All you need is truth, and you have already found it within yourself. From this point on, your life is no longer a search. It becomes a creative act. Every decision, every step, is a work of art made by your soul. You will see your work grow. your relationships balance, and a deep peace take root inside you. When you look back, you will say, "That was not just a month of change. It was the moment I became myself." You are learning to listen again, not to the noise of the world, but to the steady rhythm within your chest, where your soul whispers what no one else can hear. You start trusting your own feelings, even when others do not understand them. And that, Sagittarius, is the first milestone of spiritual maturity, when you no longer need to be understood, only to be authentic. From here, time begins to move differently. Days that once dragged now pass quickly. Things that seemed still begin to shift. Old emails light up. Unexpected calls arrive. Opportunities you thought were gone return, not because of luck, but because your energy has changed. The universe is never silent. It only waits for you to send out the right frequency so it can respond. A renewal is coming to your finances, your work, and your faith. The flow begins again, not loud, but steady, like water moving through stone. A new source of income, a collaboration, or an open door you once thought was closed will reappear. This is not a miracle. It is the natural outcome of clarity, because you have stopped negotiating from fear and started creating from self-respect. That is the mark of someone who has grown. Now you understand that every loss, every goodbye, every disappointment was a lesson wrapped in a hard shell. You no longer ask, "Why did this happen to me?" You begin to ask, "What is this teaching me?" That question does more than change your mind, it frees your soul. Every experience, both beautiful and painful, has become the material that builds your strength. And now that strength no longer looks like a warrior, it looks like a teacher. You no longer need to prove anything. You are simply learning how to love life itself. In love, the coming weeks bring the light of honesty. If you are in a relationship, speak your truth not to win, but to understand. Ask yourself, am I being true to my feelings? Or am I compromising because I am afraid of loss? That question will illuminate your heart. If you are single, do not close your heart because of the past. A mature soul is approaching not to rescue you, but to reflect how much you have already grown. That person may appear in the simplest way, a greeting, a glance, a conversation that seems accidental, but their energy will tell you that this meeting was written long before you arrived here. They will bring calm, not a storm. A connection as light as breath, yet deep enough to touch the memory of other lives. And when you step into a new living space, a home, a workplace, or a state of mind, you will feel healing energy around you. The walls seem to understand you. The light enters the room in a way you have never seen before. Some days, tears may fall for no clear reason. Let them. It is not weakness. It is your body releasing old memories. After the rain passes, your heart opens like a field after a storm. Your energy begins to shine outward. People feel it. They listen to you, trust you, and are drawn to you, not because you try to shine, but because you are light itself. And that reflects in your work. Opportunities arrive, a project, an invitation, a challenge that once felt outside your comfort zone. Before, you might have hesitated. Now you pause with gratitude and quiet confidence, whispering to yourself, "If the universe has brought this to me, then perhaps I am ready." You are entering a season of recognition, not because you speak louder, but because your presence has become clearer. Those who once overlooked your effort are now stopping to observe. They see that you did not fall. You transformed into someone stronger and wiser. Your health is also awakening. Your body feels lighter, your mind calmer, your sleep deeper. Life returns through small rituals, rising early, writing a few words of thanks, choosing food with care, smiling without reason. Each of these acts is sacred. They are the daily ceremonies of someone in harmony with their own rhythm. Your creativity stirs again. It may be an idea, a project, or a forgotten passion. Do not dismiss it because it seems small. A single seed can become a forest when nurtured with joy. When you do something because you love it, not because you must, the universe always adds its reward. You will remember old dreams, things you once wanted but were too afraid to begin. And when you ask, "Can I still do it?" your soul will answer, "Not only can you, you must." Because now you act not from ego, but from the joy of being alive. Signs of synchronicity will keep appearing. Repeated numbers, symbols, names, all small messages from the universe saying, "You are in the right place at the right time." Then a gentle test will come, not to frighten you, but to see how far you have grown. A familiar person or situation may return. Do not respond with nostalgia, respond with wisdom. You will see it clearly. This time, you are different. You speak with more clarity, setting boundaries without apology. You are learning to say no without fear of losing anyone. And in that moment, you discover something powerful. The people who truly love you never leave. They stay because they respect the light you carry. You begin to find joy in quiet moments. Solitude no longer feels like punishment. It becomes the temple of your soul. A morning cup of coffee, a soft breeze, a book, a song, a candle, all turn into sacred rituals that keep you grounded in the present. From that peace, your creative and intuitive energy begins to flow again. As this cycle comes to an end, blessings start to arrive, not by accident, but as the natural response to your growth. Coincidences start working in your favor. Help appears from places you never expected. Everything rearranges itself. You begin to feel deeply that life is not against you, it is walking beside you. Your intuition will guide you to a decision, a journey, or a new doorway, maybe a project, a partnership, or a short trip. Do not close yourself off. This doorway does not just open to the world, it opens to a larger version of who you are. Free from the weight of the past, your light shines naturally. You inspire others, not with words, but with presence. Your story and your resilience make people believe in themselves again. You become a teacher without a lesson plan, teaching simply by being real. You begin to feel abundance even before it arrives, And that is the secret of Sagittarius. Give thanks first, then receive. Even if you are still balancing your finances, smile because you are moving forward. The universe hears gratitude faster than any prayer. And when it does, money, opportunities, and the right people start flowing toward you. Not because of luck, but because of harmony. The space around you begins to transform. Your home, your room, your workplace, everything reflects this new version of you. The light feels different. The air smells cleaner. The energy feels new. This is proof that your vibration has reshaped your reality. You have stepped into the life your soul once dreamed of. If you feel this message in your heart, write in the comments as a promise to yourself, I am ready to expand my soul and receive true blessings and freedom. And when you do, the universe will whisper back, I have been waiting for you here for a long time. You place a small plant in the corner of your room, hang a picture, or simply rearrange your desk, not for appearance, but because a feeling of belonging is blooming inside you. That is your soul saying, this is my home. Each of these small gestures is a ritual of connection, a symbol of a new beginning, of returning fully to your own energy. And strangely, when you do this, the world begins to move differently around you. People come not just to ask, are you okay, but to seek your wisdom. They can feel the calm and insight you earned through the quiet strength of rising without hurting anyone. You speak less now, but every word carries weight and truth. You are no longer trying to prove your worth. You are living it. In the spiritual realm, your words have become seeds. Every thought, every feeling, every sentence you speak now holds creative power. The universe listens to every vibration you send. So be mindful, but also full of faith. Do not say, I am exhausted. Say, I am being renewed. Do not say, I am afraid of losing. Say, I am open to receive. These small changes in language reshape your energy. When you speak with gratitude, you tune your soul to a higher frequency. And at that frequency, miracles feel normal. Then a sign will arrive. Maybe a collaboration, a creative opportunity, or a trip that awakens your spirit. Do not call it coincidence. It is confirmation that you have been called to something greater than survival. You are being guided toward purpose, toward impact. Each day, it becomes clearer. Your work feels meaningful. Your habits feel lighter. Your body moves freely. Your mind grows clear. Your voice slower but deeper. Your confidence no longer comes from praise, but from knowing you are walking the right path. In the mirror, you see a different gaze. Not tired anymore, but bright, steady, and calm. People around you can feel it. Those who once doubted you now show respect. Projects that were delayed begin to ripen. And when that happens, don't say, finally, luck found me. Say, thank you. I understand now. Because the universe does not reward luck. It rewards faith that endures. Something unexpected will resolve itself. A debt dissolves. A conflict softens. A door opens that you never knocked on. Don't overanalyze it. Simply say, I am grateful. That is the code that keeps the current flowing in your favor. From this moment on, your life is no longer about surviving or pushing through. You are shifting into the frequency of creation, expansion, and enjoyment. You stop counting time and start counting moments. You no longer watch the clock. You watch the light within your own heart. And you know you have entered the calm rhythm of spiritual maturity. Remember this, Sagittarius. Peace does not kill passion. It purifies it. You no longer chase opportunities. Opportunities now seek you. You no longer need approval. The universe itself affirms you. And that inner voice, the one you once ignored, has become your compass. Soon, you will have a moment of radiant clarity. An intuition, a dream, or a simple conversation will make you realize, now I see. Don't dismiss it. Write it down. It is a clue for your next chapter. Then one day, as you look around and see yourself living inside what you once only dreamed of, you will understand. You were never stuck. You were being prepared. Where you stand now is not the destination. It is the launching ground toward wider, truer horizons. What is coming is not just success. It is sacred recognition, proof that you are worthy, that you have grown, and that you are ready for lasting abundance. The universe hasn't finished with you. In truth, it has only just begun revealing its plan. What you feel in your heart will start taking form. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should, and you are moving in harmony with it. Clarity replaces anxiety. Understanding replaces judgment. Decisions become lighter because your mind has become grounded. You have learned to listen to whispers before they turn into shouts. You can now tell the difference between haste and direction. And even as the world remains loud, you keep your own rhythm, the rhythm of a free soul. This is the true sign of transformation. No longer a promise, but reality. The universe no longer pushes you, it walks beside you. You move at your own pace, no longer trading your peace for temporary approval. And from that still point, you find the greatest gift of all, steadiness. No more sudden highs and painful crashes, only a steady line, calm and strong, where each morning becomes a living prayer. You wake, you breathe, you work, you smile, and every small gesture pulls you closer to your dream. Life itself becomes sacred in its simplicity. A small habit becomes a creative ritual. And in those nothing special moments, miracles quietly unfold. This is not a performance. It is the masterpiece of consistent intention, a painting drawn by patience, one day at a time. You now realize that you no longer need to fill silence with explanation. You speak truth without apology. You set boundaries without anger. You withdraw gracefully from what no longer matches your frequency, not out of coldness, but out of self-love. And life, like a mirror, reflects that balance back to you. When you walk with authenticity, doors open easily. Opportunities appear without asking you to sacrifice your essence. Paths reveal themselves without demanding that you break yourself to prove your worth. And if an old lesson returns, a person, a situation, a familiar feeling, do not fear. It is not here to test you. It is here to give you the joy of choosing differently. You choose wisdom. You choose gentleness. You choose not to run, but to walk. And in that moment, the universe smiles and says, "Yes, that is how you evolve. From here, everything begins to flow. Less resistance, less struggle, less exhaustion. What was blocked now opens. What was delayed now aligns naturally. Debts, worries, detours all start to dissolve like morning mist. And you, Sagittarius, stand in the center of it all, no longer fighting, only grateful. One morning, you place a small plant on your windowsill, not because it looks nice, but because it reminds you that you are alive. You adjust a frame, tidy a corner, light a candle. Each small gesture, simple as it seems, is a quiet declaration of the soul. I have come home. Every detail, every movement, every glance holds. Meaning now, you no longer chase big change. You are rebuilding your world piece by piece. And in that quiet rebuilding, people start coming to you. They sense the stability you have created, a foundation not loud, but deep, solid, and real. You no longer persuade anyone. You simply speak with the voice of someone who has walked through storms and still stands calm, radiant, and free. Your mind now carries the power of creation. Every thought, every word, every emotion you express shapes your reality. Your words about yourself are like invocations of energy. So, Sagittarius, do not say, "I am tired." Say, "I am healing." Do not say, "I'm uncertain." Say, "I am learning to trust my intuition." These small shifts in language are quantum leaps in frequency. The universe always responds to the tone you send out. And when that tone matches the vibration of gratitude, flow begins. A series of events will unfold, small in appearance, but together forming a bigger picture. A late payment clears. A problem quietly resolves. A door you thought was closed swings open. Not because of magic, but because you have stopped resisting the current. This new stability doesn't make you fear change. It makes you want to dance with life. Money no longer feels like a worry, but a tool for freedom. Each decision you make carries a sense of purpose, not as a lofty ideal, but as a way of living. Purpose now lives in the way you say thank you, in the apology you offer at the right moment, in keeping a promise, and in allowing yourself to rest without guilt. Spirit and matter are no longer in conflict. They are merging, like two halves of one soul. And as your purpose becomes practical, manifestation becomes faster, not because of illusion, but because you have stopped sabotaging yourself with mixed intentions. You think, feel, and act in one aligned direction. That is the true definition of manifestation, when heart and mind no longer argue, but create together. Those closest to you will notice the difference. They may not say it, but their quiet eyes will reflect respect. You will feel it in the way you handle difficult conversations without losing connection. You no longer react from the wound, but from compassion. You no longer build boundaries from fear, but from care. Less drama, more truth. And truth, even when it stings, always sets you free. If you're in a relationship, this is the time to be honest without judgment. Not every truth is gentle, but only truth can hold love long enough to last. If your relationship is mature, it will bloom. If not, it will fade not as failure, but as cleansing. And if you're single, a wiser energy is approaching. No games, no masks. It's a healthy connection, not possessive, not painful, not forced. This person doesn't arrive to fill a void, but to walk beside you as you practice being the safest, freest version of yourself. Don't rush to name it. Let the soul recognize it as you walk together. Because real love doesn't steal your peace, it expands it. In your work, you're being invited to places that once intimidated you. A big project, a position you once thought, "I'm not ready for that." Now you no longer need anyone's certificate. You are your own living proof. An invitation will come that may require you to rearrange your schedule. Don't worry. This isn't chaos. It's expansion. You may not say yes immediately, but the message is clear. Others are beginning to see what you've quietly known in your heart all along. And that is evidence of evolution. Come home in both the literal and symbolic sense. Return to the place where you can breathe deeply without guarding yourself. To the room where the light makes you feel safe. There, your body begins to loosen the armor it has worn for too long. You sleep deeper, laugh easier, cry more freely, not from weakness, but because your nervous system is finally allowed to rest. That is your body's way of saying, "Thank you." Listen to it. It doesn't need you to promise the world. It just needs sunlight, water, soft music, and the kindness you offer yourself. Never underestimate those small things. They keep your inner fire burning steady and alive. And if ever you ask yourself, what if I slip back into old patterns? Let me tell you this. As one who has seen many souls walk this path, falling is not failure. Real failure is forgetting to love yourself when you fall. But now, you are different. You know how to stand again without hurting yourself. You know how to breathe, to adjust, to keep going. That is the mark of mastery. The future is no longer frightening because now you don't have to predict it. You are creating it. Every action, every word, every breath is a brick in the home you're building. Life is no longer a battle, it's a work of art. And in the middle of that masterpiece, you notice something. Your voice has changed. It's lower, slower, and carries the calm confidence of someone who truly knows themselves. You talk less about problems and more about process. Less, "Everything's wrong," and more, "I made a small adjustment, and it worked." That's not blind optimism. That's precision born from self-observation. You name what's within your control and stop chasing illusions. This clarity of language sharpens your decisions. You stop grasping at what sparkles and start choosing what lasts. And magically, what lasts begins to shine. The universe starts sending repeating signs, names, numbers, dates that echo. They're not coincidences. They're gentle taps on your shoulder saying, "You're on the right path. Be grateful." No need for loud declarations, just presence. Real gratitude doesn't live in words. It lives in action. It shows up in the way you walk, in the way you make tea, in the way you answer messages with calm and grace. You become generous not because you have plenty, but because you trust. You know that everything arrives in perfect timing when you take responsibility for your own energy. People will begin to come to you for advice. Remember this: don't try to save them. Share your experience, not your solution. A guide doesn't carry the traveler's luggage. They simply hold the light. Take care of your energy as a skilled craftsman tends to their tools. Love does not mean depletion. Sharing does not mean forgetting yourself. You are not a flame that burns itself out to illuminate others. You are a lighthouse, steady, radiant, enduring, needing no applause. And the world needs more lighthouses like you. Within your body, you can feel it. Your breath deepens. Your sleep softens. Your reactions slow. You are no longer pulled into other people's storms. You know when to speak, when to stay silent, when to walk away. That is wisdom wearing a human face. If this message resonates in your heart, write in the comments as your affirmation: I am the lighthouse of my own soul, steady, bright, and free. The universe will hear you, and in that moment, the wind will shift. Because you, Sagittarius, are no longer looking for the path. You have become the path itself. You understand now, happiness was never about a life without problems. It's about having enough inner space to face them without losing yourself. And that is what's happening to you. When the wind changes, you don't collapse, you adjust. When the ground shakes, you don't fall, you find balance through faith. You have expanded your capacity to respond instead of shrinking your heart. That is the clearest sign of spiritual maturity. I say this to you as an old soul who has watched thousands of others across time. Strength is not found in resistance, but in how you return to yourself after every storm. The quiet you carry now, unflashy, unshaken, is the border between a life lived with purpose and a life that fades while waiting for perfect luck. You've learned that light doesn't need to shout. It only needs to stay consistent. We end this month closing a sacred circle. No forcing, no pleading. The final piece will find its place on its own. You no longer beg for approval because your presence itself is the answer. You now walk with dignity in every deliberate step. You find joy not in grand victories, but in the honesty of being yourself. And from that place, your decisions become clear. Each small consequence begins to unfold, revealing a larger picture expansion, recognition, and steady abundance. Not the fireworks after a battle, but a new season, the season of Jupiter, your ruling planet opening vast fields where your seeds can finally grow. The universe whispers to you, now build. And this time, building means relationships that make you feel free, not drained. Work that lets you speak and be heard. Money returning to its rightful place, a tool, not a chain. And time devoted to spaces where your soul feels it belongs. These simple things are the foundation of lasting happiness. From there, your projects will connect, your opportunities will take form, and your life, calm yet radiant, will expand in all directions. The doors that once stayed silent now open with ease. Names are being spoken, your name in rooms you've never entered. This isn't luck, it's recognition. You've become a frequency that others can finally feel. Your confidence is no longer a posture, it's a state of being. Your calm is not indifference, it's conscious presence. And your authenticity, it's no longer something you declare, it's simply how you exist. Soon you'll look around and see scenes you once only imagined. You'll smile quietly, because every cell in you will know, I've felt this moment before. Yes. You were never delayed, you were being prepared. This moment is not the destination, it's the launch pad. From here, the universe begins to reveal the pathways where your talent is needed, where your voice isn't just heard, it's received. And every project you touch will leave you more radiant than before. That is the mark of true success, when what you create expands your soul, not confines it. Now it's time to enjoy, to create, to mature. You no longer measure progress by results, because you can feel that you're already aligned. Your confidence inspires others. Your peace calms the room. People find ease simply in your presence. That doesn't mean the days ahead will be free of shadows. But now, you know how to walk through darkness without getting lost. Whenever the sky turns dim, you light the lamp within. And that lamp no longer depends on weather or mood. It's yours, fueled by faith, gratitude, and the memory of everything you've survived. Write this in your journal. When darkness comes, I only need to remember where I placed my light. In the coming days, a new clarity will arrive, a sign soft as breath, yet powerful enough to shape an entire decade. It might come through a dream, or a casual word from a stranger in a grocery line. Don't dismiss the small things. Big doors often open on tiny hinges, and when the sign appears, act. Even one small step is enough to whisper back, I heard you, universe. It's not the size of the step that matters. It's the consistency of the rhythm that activates the miracle. And now, let this old soul close the circle, not with haste, but with the certainty that only time can give. Everything you've lived through has led you here with the precision of an ancient clockmaker. Not fast, not easy, but right. The strength you see in your eyes today can't be bought. It was cultivated through patience, pain, and love. The wisdom to say no without guilt and yes without fear. That isn't random. It's the harvest of experience. The love you've reclaimed for yourself, the peace you no longer bargain away, and the dignity you carried through every storm, these are your treasures now. This is the moment of your true maturity. A chapter closing not with thunder, but with the warm light of sunset, wise, gentle, and grateful. From this point on, you'll attract opportunities that resonate with your new frequency. When you look back a few weeks from now, you'll understand that every delay, every sacrifice, every adjustment was worth it. Because this time, you're no longer trying to please the world, you're learning to honor yourself. And when you honor yourself, life sooner or later will always honor you back. If this message has touched something deep inside you, Leave an affirmation below, a promise to your own soul. I am the light of my own being. I build from peace, not from fear. The universe will hear it, and you will feel it when the wind shifts, but your flame still burns bright.